Good evening, guys, and welcome to the first game of today of the ILG LCL Qualifier 2 between Team AX and TTFU. Both these teams are pretty much contending for that one spot in the Pro League. The loser, of course, kind of faces the threat of going into the Semi-Pro League because it pretty much pressures them into winning the next two games. So I'm Zedais, and casting alongside me is going to be Shifu. How's it going,
What's
man?
up? Hey guys, what's up?
So, bit of an interesting match we have going on here. Some really good players on both sides who have pretty much played all through this tournament in really great ways and had pretty good matches and bad matches the whole way through. So, mixed stories, mixed particular teams, and we could pretty much expect an even game given both their experience and whatnot. Teammates, although are not quite playing with their original roster, they did need some emergency players. So Ipovare and Gogo, the 13th, not quite part of the Team AX, but hopefully this doesn't affect them too much. And they kind of still managed to have a good game. Bans coming in from both teams going to be a Jarvan, a Quinn, and a Morgana. So the Quinn. Well,
interesting. The Lee Sin's not been banned out. I mean, that the Captain Awesome guy plays like a pretty good Lee Sin. I mean, it's good. He's pretty good.
Also Quinn.
Quinn man.
Pretty famous.
This guy plays a pretty good
bans.
Thresh. Lee Sin.
He has done well, and he has done well on this thing. And immediate insta-lock Lee Sin coming in because they didn't ban that against them. So, well, what do you think of these bans, man? Both TTFU's and AX's bans.
I'm really surprised that this guy didn't pick up Thresh because this guy, I think he plays good Thresh. I mean, I've played against him. He plays good Thresh. Picked up a Braum. I really don't know. He banned the Leona. He thought he'd pick Thresh, but never mind. Went with Braum. And Goku, one of the best ribbons in India. And they didn't ban that out, so...
He has created quite a legend for himself in the local Indian scene now, hasn't he? Well, it'll be interesting. I mean, he is playing his trademark Riven. I do remember seeing a lot of his Riven.
It's just really amazing to watch his Riven, man. Top lane, fuck. One of the best Rivens I've seen in India.
But then again, he is against ex-Captain Awesome X, and even though he didn't win his Quinn, we could see Captain Awesome X coming up with something crazy out of his own. Who knows, he must have been really putting some work into going into that top lane and trying to see how best he can kind of win. And considering it's Goku, he might have some kind of plan. Maybe not, maybe yes, who knows. So it'll be interesting to see how TTFU are going to just handle Goku because of how he has managed to master the top lane through his experience and whatnot. So, I mean...
This guy plays Maokai too.
Talk me through the bot lane. Like, now that the bot lanes have actually been decided.
There's Jungli and Ipovare bot lane, I think. Ipovare, I'm not seeing her and Thresh, I think. Like, not seeing her play a lot of Thresh. So, I really don't know about that. But yeah, like their bot lane, that Mahesh guy is a pretty good support. I think if he's playing support, that is. He plays AD also. So if he's a really good support.
He does have exhaust. So
I've not seen a lot of Jungli. So yeah.
I think he is support because Agent of Chaos, I remember him playing like a lot of AD carry in general and specifically on Caitlyn. So it's actually a very comfortable pick for him. So it's not like any unlikely thing. Given that the Caitlyn is a standard pick in general, he alone has pretty much kind of sought Caitlyn to be this thing. And what?
That's a Garen coming. Okay. It's good to season 1, boys.
Look, that's the thing. Ordinarily, you'd think he'd go Garen because I remember him going Garen. I pretty much already began expecting, like from within, just on my end, I was like, okay, maybe he might go as usual Garen, but will he pull up something else? Will he do something unique? So,
but wait, I mean, is Ipovare gonna be playing mid or support? I don't know.
She is gonna be playing mid, it looks like, because she was hovering over.
But who's on Go Riven? I don't know. Okay.
Well, Syntastic looks to be in the jungle. So I guess 3 people did retain their roles. Go Riven XE is a support himself. So it looks like they're just kind of pushing their 2 team members into that. And God Must Be Crazy is very familiar with Syndra. I mean, I kind of wondered why Go Riven XE didn't kind of locked on the Riven for Ipovare, but I guess it's probably because Ipovare does not play Syndra. which would probably be which is probably a bit of a worrisome problem because as a mid lane, Syndra just brings a lot to the table role-wise. But given the fact that she is playing a Diana, it is a rather unconventional pick. I haven't seen much Riven being played in this tournament. I mean, Diana being played in this tournament so far. So this will be a first for me.
But Goku on Riven, man, it's just amazing.
So what do you think of the different lane matchups, man, for now? Considering that it is a Riven versus Garen
lane
top
matchup? Oh yeah. Garen, I mean, if Garen gets like early damage or something, I mean, he actually, beats Riven, I think. I don't know that.
Okay, yeah.
I think.
Thing is that because of how Garen can take two build paths, one is just an extremely damaging but easy to kill crit build, where you're just pretty much slicing everyone to like 0 HP with just one spin.
The Yomu's build, you mean, right?
Yes, the Yomu's and the Infinity Edge build, and it used to be just 4 Dorans into an Infinity or something, just stack Doran blades, and Garen would be like God incarnate, literally. But I'm not sure if you'd pull it out against a Riven because that's the thing. In the early game, you screw up against the Riven once, and she's pretty much beating your face for the rest of the game.
Yeah. So, but I think it's like the whole scene in top lane, right? I mean,
and it's
you
not
die
some
once
random Riven as well. We know Goku's Riven. We know how people fear that Riven from Goku. We even ban it against him.
Yep. I mean, but that's the whole scene at top lane, I think, right? I mean, like you die one stop, you lose advantage. I mean, not really advantage, but I mean, you kind of lose lane. Unless you get like a lot of jungle
there's
pressure.
a snowball factor coming in, and it's a Riven. So if you give the Riven an advantage, kind of this thing. But then again, this is also complementary to the Garen. You get a Garen rolling against the Riven, and he actually managed to get a few early kills. He's pretty much zoning Riven for the rest of the game. So it's depends really on whether whose side, like who will get the kill, who will pretty much get fed, and who will pretty much be rolling more than the other.
Yeah.
And going into the jungle, we do see a Rengar versus Lee Sin.
Yep.
So how will that be?
I think the Lee Sin needs like a good start, like early. I mean, at least like 1 or 2 kills, because like Lee Sin is that kind of a champion. I mean, like it's in the early game, like early jungler. I mean, you have to like gank early and everything. I mean, if he doesn't get a good start, like the whole game's like screwed. Like the whole game's screwed. Yeah.
Given that the only particular method of initiation, even if he is rendered useless, is the insect, infamous move called the insect. But I'm not sure how far it will carry because I'm not sure how far it will blend well. But however, when he does do the insect, the rest of their team comp is built with enough lockdown to kind of kill the target.
Yep.
So
true.
it pretty much synergizes with the team comp. It was a good pick there on Lee Sin's end to kind of use it in a Syndra and a Garen and a Braum.
Yeah.
Just the Braum, just the very fact that a Braum who can pretty much stun them.
Yep.
And if they don't CC stack, you're pretty much giving whoever he insect hell. So it can be anyone because they don't even have. Another thing to note is that Team AX don't have a front line. Whereas you can have a Braum, a Garen, and a Lee Sin straight up face tanking everything for the Syndra and Caitlyn, which is pretty much heaven, really, theory-wise.
Yeah, but I don't get it. I mean, like, how is Syndastic gonna build a Rengar? I think like full damage, like YOLO, or I just don't know.
It's possible because see, that's the thing. It's less of YOLO and more of how can I reach their backline. You're always thinking that's the thing with the Rengar. You have assassination potential to such great extent that you're like, how best do I kill that Syndra and Caitlyn?
Yep, true.
And they have enough dive as well. I mean, in the fact of the Diana's Lunar Rush. So pretty much if any single skill for the Rengar, if he manages to ult in gap close, or if the Diana manages to land the Crescent Strike. So theoretically, they have better dive, but then again, TTFU have sufficient disengage. So I'm kind of expecting Team AX not to fight. Not just because this is a 3v, and not just because of how the team comp is, but also the fact that this is a 3v5, essentially, because they are losing 2 of their members. The Riven and Diana are not part of Team AX, and they've just got them as free and got them along for this match, really. And, well, so pretty much we could expect like split push, we could expect out rotations. Or who knows,
Yeah.
it'll just be a 3v5 carry by Goku, given how
True,
he plays
man,
Riven,
true.
I guess.
Yeah, man. That guy is just. But yeah, I mean, it depends on the Rengar too. I mean, like if the Rengar, I mean, he gets like early gank and he gets like some early kills. Like they're just gonna snowball. I mean, like after level 6, after level 6 is Rengar with like Yomu's Ghostblade. I mean, I think, he's just insanely strong. Yeah, and I don't know.
Right,
Yeah,
and as we go into the game, we did see the skin battle being heavily won by Team AX with the Dragon Blade Riven, the Deep Terror Thresh, the Luna Goddess Diana, and the Night Hunter Rengar, or just one traditional Lee Sin, I think, on Corrupt. Yes, indeed. And Captain Awesome, it's so sad that they banned his Quinn because
bad Quinn.
I'm pretty sure they're kind of banking on his Quinn, banking on playing that Quinn against Goku, but yeah, I'm also equally kind of surprised how they didn't balance their bans around the fact that
No,
okay,
one sec.
Team
This
X
guy
only
plays
has
this
three
guy
people.
plays like a top solo Quinn. This guy, the Captain
Right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
He actually played it really well. I remember another game. I keep forgetting whom they faced against, but he actually played a ridiculously good Quinn against another Riven. So I guess he's just kind of comfortable picking Quinn into a Riven. Yeah, and he's pretty much read the matchup. But then again, putting it against it's one thing to put it against a Riven in general, and it's another thing to put it against Goku because it's Goku.
Yep.
We've known how his
Goku.
Riven is. And we know how scary it can become if you kind of end up dying to a early game.
True.
So it'll all come down to how they neutralize the top lane, I guess. That's how they ought to plan. But they could also have other ways. There are other ways to tackle the Riven, as most people would know, who manage to read matchups and whatnot. So talking through level 1, how will level 1s go?
Like Thresh and what? Talking about bot lane or?
Yeah, well, level 1. Like, okay, well, I'll guess I'll walk through it myself. Thresh with his hook has a tendency to kind of pull people in and gap close and give them a false sense of security.
No, but
in
I
level
don't
1.
think people take hook with Thresh. I think level 1. Most of them take Flay.
They do. Depends on whether they want to invade
that's
or
true.
kind of guard. In which
Yep.
case, in the latter case, where you pick Flay. But if we look at the side of TTFU, we do see a Lee Sin Q, Sonic Boom with Sonic Wave with Resonating Strike, a Braum Q, and and generally Caitlyn's range and Garen's general gap close along with Cinder. So they have really good innate damage, and I'm expecting TTFU to go in for a dive.
Yep.
And
But there's a possibility that Braum on bot lane.
Yeah.
Braum bot lane is the problem, I guess.
Yeah, well, these things just happen. I mean, it is India, and it is the land of power cuts. Suffice it to say that it's. If anything, it'll be inappropriate to not see a DC, to not see long pause times. I mean, so much so that I'm seriously thinking that probably in future tournaments in like a couple of years, if this power situation doesn't go any better, we'd extend pause time to 15 minutes per team. just to give them that extra bit of breathing space and comfort. But
I think we're good to go. I don't know, sure, but
yep, they are. It does look like they're gonna resume the game fairly soon. And immediate buy is coming in from TTFU. Looks like they're really pumped up and ready to roll into this game.
Yep.
Braum immediately getting their relic shield, along with Craft getting their Hunter's Machete. Standard jungle starts. Standard starts all over. Nothing particularly unique. Or not quite. Look at Thresh's starts.
Yep, and the Hypo starting with the Crystalline Flask.
Well, that's kind of natural in a matchup where he knows that he's going to get zoned out. It's a Syndra after all, and we know how much pressure she can just lay down on melee hits just from that Q alone.
Yep,
so,
she got a lot of sustain, plus she's got like a lot of MR too, so I think she should be fine in lane, unless she like doesn't get poked or something. She should be fine.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we do see a bit of a spread coming in from TTFU. Not quite sure why. The optimal path is wow. Okay, Fearless Mahesh going right in and spotting 4 members of Team AX at the same time.
That already dewarded, Okay, fantastic
The
starting with the
warded
red
is
ring.
fine, but you've spotted them and you know they're there, so now you probably start working towards it, but they don't appear to be doing anything.
Yep.
It's just Agent of Chaos,
Yep.
and
Fantastic starting with the red ring.
he's staying. Yep. That is kind of fairly standard, especially because you're a Rengar. You don't really want
Yep.
to see warded people seeing you in warded rushes, and you actually want to jump on them as and when they come to ward. So that is, of course, theoretical. What would really work? That's a standard way to play a Rengar. So
Yeah.
I guess he's just. I think more than early ganks, he should probably look to shadow his laners and generally apply pressure otherwise. Because given how Rengar is, and given who would really win? Because I'm completely unfamiliar with the jungle, with
Yeah.
junglers,
Yeah.
amongst junglers. Lee Sin versus Rengar. Like who would
Yeah.
particularly
Same
win?
here. I do not know about that, but I think that's what I said. I mean, like Lee Sin and Rengar both need good starts. That's what I said. Like they both really need really good starts. But I
Yeah.
don't know. I want Rengar to win because I like his skin.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well, I mean,
that skin is too cool, dude.
yeah, I know. Considering you can put your hood up and down
Yeah,
in
yeah.
anyway. Standard starts being seen from the Rengar, starting with that Gromp, going to that blue buff, will probably get the Wolves and then recall in order to get that immediate jungle item, while
Yep.
Corrupt going for a very standard buff start, going straight from red and onto blue, it seems.
Ooh, top lane. Nice. Okay. Like the Braum start, I mean, he started Relic Shield and 2 Sight Wards. I mean, he doesn't have any sustain. I really don't know about that. Okay.
True, I guess he's just confident in because Lucian Thresh is a very pressurizing lane in itself. As you get more and more levels, you're kind of suffering as a Braum against their ranged poke and their general innate ability to do damage. On the other end, Thresh kind of recognizing he kind of recognized the auto attack potential of a Caitlyn and how she can abuse her range earlier, and that's pretty much inciting him to go for a door and shield start, which while it would delay his gold income, it is good. And wow, this is the pressure I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. God must be crazy on that Syndra.
Yep.
Completely trying to push Hypobear out of the lane.
I could just imagine if Hypo started Dorans. I mean, it's just
and he very
really
well could,
bad.
yeah. No, that's the thing. Starting Doran should be dangerous because Hypobear, that's the thing as a melee mid when you're against energy-based mids, when you're against resourceless mids, it's another thing that you do. Irelias do that when facing Renekton's. Start that crystalline flask so that they can actually supplement their mana and stay for lane longer than usual, than what you would get on like a single pot and a Doran's blade. And heavy aggression and a flash being burned from Diana and from Captain Awesome. So, wow, and another thing going on. Simultaneous things happening and Lucian at full health completely.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. Oh, nice. That's well played. Okay.
So, a lot of things happening. Wow, Captain Awesome actually managing to get a kill on Goku. That is a dead Riven who wasted Flash.
That's...
And Corrupt also managing to kill Hypobear in the mid lane. The director camera could not quite catch it. Sorry, gentlemen. It was actually catching the bot lane trade that was being very, very intelligently played by Lucian and Thresh. Actually falling back and not taking too much minion aggro while managing to trade at the same time. The result is actually a half HP Caitlyn and a fairly shredded Braum. So
that's what I'm saying.
Things going both ways.
And he put down both the wards over here. And I don't know why he started 2 wards really.
He hasn't even got around to planting them, has he? Yeah.
There's no point of planting both the wards there. I mean, he could have just like planted one and try. Could just like kept the other ward or something. And there's no point of this ward.
And Fantastic does look like he will go into that mid lane. And will we see when will he flash really? And wow, that is very bad timing for a flash. Really.
Yep, I don't know why he saved that flash. I really don't know.
He probably... No, there was a way to escape. It's just that he wasn't patient enough to wait and actually stay clear of the Rengar, really. And it was pre-6, so Diana has no way to get to you besides literally flashing straight up and Eing. And you've already procced a flash earlier. So I guess he kind of forgot. I guess he kind of escaped his memory for that particular moment. Not quite sure what went wrong there, but it was a bad move. Hopefully it doesn't affect him much, though he did end up, even if he did end up dying. He's still having a good time. He is able to deal with the Diana a fair bit. However, his CS is very worrying. For 5 minutes and 55 seconds, 19 CS is not what you want to be having as a mid laner, and especially more so as someone like a Syndra. So, not quite sure how he'll carry through from this lane.
Yeah, see the top lane again. I mean, top lane.
And wow,
top lane.
a good
Wow.
kind of counter gang coming in from this thing, and
Yep.
that is potentially one
He's
dead
dead.
Croft, and that
He's
is
dead.
a freeze thing. Is it? Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's dead. Yep.
He kind of he could have at least let Goku have an assist. Like, seriously, why would you want your top lane to just
I thought
stay there?
he was going to give the kill to Goku. By the way, I thought
Yeah,
so that he
I
could
guess,
get
I
in the
guess. I
head.
guess the red buff did kind of prove to be OP, and wow. Look at that. A straight giant spell rush coming from Captain Awesome, and
Yep.
that's completely securing his lane in that top lane. So Goku,
Yeah.
funnily enough, he's actually dealing with Goku fairly well. So I guess Quinn or no Quinn, he still manages to find out how to deal with Goku.
I think it's gonna be like a brutalizer Sunfire Cape rush like from him. I think
Yep.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, potentially. Like, it is a very
Bot
common
lane.
build path, and he looks like he is going Yomos after all. And wow, this is an unexpected turn of events. Diana actually managing to turn around and deal with a Syndra.
Syndra,
So I
exactly.
guess,
The
so I
crystalline
guess
flask
God of
helps
the
a lot.
Crazy has a very fairly commonly abused
Top lane,
problem
top
where
lane.
they use too much mana, and that is going to be a top gang. Will they get a kill off this?
Yep.
Yes, they will. Very
Yep.
comfortably. The Wind Slash happily securing the kill for Riven onto Captain Awesome. And that
Bot
will
lane
be
is
a
hook.
good hook coming in from Kaiten. Can they actually
That's
get it off?
dead. That's
Yes,
dead
that is a
Caitlyn.
good flash into Q. And wow, like,
Wow,
what's
top
TTFU
lane.
doing, man? Like,
Mhm.
I don't know.
No, I really don't know, but they just lost it. I mean, like top lane. I think top lane is going to get camped. Top lane is going to get camped more, like easily because of Garen. It's going to get
Yeah,
camped
I
even
mean,
more.
the
Syntras is going to
Rengar,
get camping
he
top.
literally sees it every other game, and wow, this is why we feel Goku, guys. Look at the way he's
Goku.
tackling this, and never mind.
Okay.
Never mind. He
YOLO.
actually overcommits to the dive and doesn't bother to get out in time, and did not quite exercise how Lee Sin's Q kind of deals with missing health as well. So
Yep.
that will be a fairly bit of a dumb move, really. That's all I can say. So
Yep.
I feel like he
in
could
the
have
blue buff.
executed the dive with the Rengar by his side, but anyway, well,
Yeah.
I hope he kind of doesn't cost. I hope he doesn't end up giving his life yet again to Captain Awesome for that, because it very much looks
Yep.
like Captain Awesome is setting himself up for a very secure
Yep.
laning phase,
That's true.
even
I
with
mean, he just
that
needs
earlier
that one.
Rengar gank. So hopefully Goku doesn't put Syntastic's gank to waste, because that's literally how it seemed like when he went for the dive.
Yeah,
But
Syntastic is
we'll
waiting.
wait to
I think
see.
he's going top lane. I think he's going to go top lane.
Yeah,
Yep.
look again. Wow, that is a reckless engage from Hyperbear. He actually ends up
Yep.
killing God must be crazy over it.
Nice. Yep, that's well
The
played.
Syndra is unable to handle the Diana. There is just so much that
Look
one
at the
gap
damage
closure
on that
completely is
Garen.
going up,
Oh
and
my god.
will he be
Look
there?
at the damage.
No, he's not quite in range with the Damascene
his Q
Justice.
is
Or
back.
is he?
He's
Yes,
dead.
he
He's
is.
dead,
He
he's dead.
totally is. That Q gonna set
Whoa,
him up,
whoa,
and
whoa,
Krupp
Lee Sin.
going in for that bit of an insect, and Hyperbear is kind of safe for the moment at least. And I'll just get it back real quick. Just a second. Right, I'm back. Really sorry.
Yep.
And wow, what is
Bot
Goku
lane.
doing? Why is he in the middle of towers? I guess he just tried to take that small opportunity, and this is
Bot lane
quite
trade.
the engage you're seeing. Not quite sure who will come on top of this. It does look like Team X will be the one at the top of it, and
Okay.
the culling not quite enough, because the Flash does save Agent of Chaos from certain depth.
Yep.
And
they burnt
this is-
everything, I guess.
Really, really good right now. So, like, so far, things on the bot lane seem to be going extremely well in the favor of Jungli and Gaurav in XC, because
Yep.
really, they've just been playing lanes so much better. I guess you could say that they did end up abusing the Brahm's early lack of potions and the fact that he just got
Yep.
2 wards, but
Two
to
wards,
think
exactly.
they'd use it this well is actually kind of good on their end. Shows that they really know how to
Maybe,
deal
yep.
with the Caitlyn Braum lane, which is actually very
I don't know
feared,
why
given
he's
Caitlyn's
dropping
lanes,
his
but
pink
oh well.
here.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's dropping his pink. He should have dropped his pink by now.
Well, that is true. You really don't want to reveal where you put your pink
Yep.
earlier. And wow, that is a point blank cue that will miss on the side of Brom. And I think he set himself
Yep.
up for death. And that will
Yep.
be one dead
Fantastic.
Caitlyn and a dead
Yep.
Brom. A free double kill coming in. And
Yep.
that will be a
Yeah.
completely,
Yep.
utterly dead monk
Benchmate
on the
Rengar,
side of this
GG.
thing. So really good reactions, really good kind of response coming in from the side of Team AX, and
No,
this will
exactly.
be
If he
a
rewarded
free
this,
dragon.
I mean,
God
if
must
he
be crazy. He really can't do anything. It's extremely hard to pull off a Syndra QE, but doesn't look like he's going for
maybe,
it. No,
I mean,
because
no, I don't think so. Or maybe
no,
he
that's
is
the
going
thing.
for
Like
it. I mean,
you'll have to. And no, not quite. He could have actually done it. He could have actually attempted the steal. He had the safe. He had the safe leeway to attempt a steal. But
Yeah.
anyway, regardless, they get the dragon, and
Yeah, he
that
should have
will be
just
the
dropped
first
the
dragon
pink
going in
here.
for Team AX.
I mean, if he dropped the pink here, like they wouldn't have died bot lane. I mean, like this Lee Sin was coming in from here, and these guys backed both of them, Thresh
Yeah.
and Lucian. He should have known that this was warded. He could have just gone and pinked it. He had a pink. He didn't drop the pink.
Yep. So kind of crucial mistakes coming in from the Brom. That is it's just basically one thing leading into another, one bad thing leading into another for them. So I think Krupp has to find more ways to kind of help the bot lane and the mid lane.
I still don't
more.
understand
Mid
this
lane more
ward.
so. Mid lane more so because bots at least
Yep.
farming, but mid lane totally isn't. And
Yep,
this
true.
will be a bit of a sparring case. They can't proc the passive quickly enough to go to continue on their engage, so that will be a safe jungly for now.
Again, I don't understand this ward. This ward over here. I don't know why he warded
Yes,
there.
indeed.
He have a vision here. I don't know why he warded here. And then he warded again over here in lane. So he lost this ward. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure every support main is kind of wondering why Mahesh is doing what he's doing right now.
I don't,
because-
yeah. I'm a support man. I don't
Yeah.
know what he's doing.
Exactly. So, bit of a troublesome time for the bot lane. However, they did manage to get Lucian a little low. So, if they kind of pull this off just about mechanically perfectly, they might be able to do it. And Agent of Chaos not quite
Mid lane, mid lane. Whoa,
and
whoa,
that will be
Hypobear
a
going
queue into
all
an
in.
but
Oh,
no,
nice.
Hypobear, you're actually going too far. Ends up trading instead of actually making it a free kill. Actually, a single Crescent Strike was enough to kill God Must Be Crazy there, but I guess Hyperbear could not see it in time.
No, she
So
didn't have
just
mana,
kind
I
of
think. Yeah, she didn't have mana.
Went in. Oh, right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't see that. My bad.
Yeah.
So
Top lane,
this
top
will be
lane.
a huge fight coming in from Goku. Will the wind slash be enough? Will he be able to secure a kill? No, not quite. And that will be the reaction.
Oh, well played,
No,
Goku, but never
no,
mind.
not quite. It will be an even trade instead. Wow. So Goku timed his shield just about enough, and Krupp
Bot lane,
will
bot lane.
kick in this guy. This is exactly what Krupp should be doing right now, and it's working out so well for them.
Nice,
Agent
nice,
of Chaos
that's
will
well
secure
played.
the kill.
You can get the
Onto
Lucian
the
too. I don't know
core
what
of
these guys are
NXT.
doing. Oh god. You guys have got the Lucian too. I don't know what these guys were doing.
Well, no, that's the thing. He was low, right? He was low, and so was the Brom. So, and it is a very fed
Yep.
Lucian. So you really wouldn't want to mess with fed Lucians on the tower
Yep.
and
Yep,
all
this is
that.
true.
So.
But this Rengar is just really fed, man. I'm just really scared. Look at this Rengar,
Yeah,
dude.
I mean,
Oh,
that's
Jesus.
one thing, but Krupp is kind of getting things on track. He's kind of staying on problem, where basically he kind of recognizes how much help bot lane needs, and wow, that will be a thing is coming in. I'm not quite sure why Brom is not really on that Rengar's face, but wow, he pretty much killed his AD carry there for free, it seems
Wow.
like.
That
And
damage.
wow. Yep.
Man.
Absolutely. And another bit of a reckless engage going on from Captain Awesome onto Goku. So top lane is pretty much being a bloodbath, but both laners seem to be kind of handling it enough to not call their junglers, not call jungler assistance at least. So it's up to the Rengar to kind of get other lanes snowballing, and it's up to the Lee Sin to protect his bot lane from pretty much certain destruction and a game-ending
Wow. Hypobear. Oh my god. The damage.
That is amazing.
Nice, nice.
That is very well done. Oh, that would be
Oh.
a intelligent play
Nice, that was a
from
nice try.
Krupp. Intelligent play from Krupp, actually. But Jungler is asking for a pause. Not quite
Top
sure
lane.
why these things. He can
Top
actually
lane, top
pause
lane.
himself, and will Goku kill him?
Oh,
No, not
no,
quite.
man.
I expected him to kill him just before that, but Captain Awesome does have his flash, so I guess he will kind of be safe for a small while. Although he does have to time it, given that it is a Riven with at least 4 gap closes at a time. So,
True.
wow.
But
So,
I still don't know why he picked Braum, man. I think if you got Thresh or something, Riven XZ would have played like Jana, I think. I don't know.
that's the thing. They first picked the Braum because they probably prioritized the Braum over
No,
this. They wanted
if
to
you,
play
I
a Braum
mean,
focused team fight mod,
maybe, but yeah, but
which
like
they are,
Caitlyn
I think, I
doesn't
believe.
complement Braum that well, I think. I mean,
Right.
Caitlyn
Well,
Braum,
that's the thing. Caitlyn, it's basically you're just fighting for range, aren't you? When you go in as a Braum, and then your Caitlyn just has so much range
that's true,
that
yeah.
each time if you do manage to land a Q, but what else? There's really not much else you can think about because whenever you think of Caitlyn, the first thing you're looking at is early range, early huge range. However,
True.
there is the ongoing debate where Caitlyn pretty much is still the queen of AD carries in this meta where you see a lot of Lucian, you see a lot of Corki, Ezreal,
Yep, that's true.
and all that.
But yeah, I
So
mean, Caitlyn Braum, if you're playing a Caitlyn Braum lane, I mean, you gotta be like super aggressive, but I didn't think they were that aggressive. I mean, they could have played like a little bit more aggressive, like with those two early wards, maybe. I
yes,
don't know. Maybe,
I guess they
but yeah,
weren't
they
kind of
didn't.
expecting the Lucian and Thresh to be the way they were.
True,
Because
maybe that, yeah.
because Jungli and Gorev XC were prioritizing targets so well in each and every single trade. Every time the camera
Yep.
panned to the bot side, you always see them focus on only one target. They would never spread their damage, knowing that early game it'll take both of them to kill one target, so they'll just pick one and go for them, which is actually good. It's actually really, really good. Shows a fair bit of coordination coming in from Jungli and Gorev XC, and really, I mean, this is a 3v5, but the three members that are staying are actually making their comp work. The three people that are in Team AX that are fairly coordinated are pretty much showing off their coordination. Fantastic. 5-1 and 3 through his jungler ganks. And
Yep.
Goku pretty much managing with the Garen, even though he did die a fair bit early game, he is at least managing to trade with Captain Awesome enough to literally give Fantastic leeway to go elsewhere and not particularly camp him. So it's good. The remaining members of Team AX are coordinating just about enough, despite not having a fourth and fifth. I can only imagine how much more deadly they could be
Yep.
if they had their original fourth and fifth right now.
True, true. I think Captain Awesome's done well against Goku's Riven, but it's a Garen again.
Yeah.
I mean, Garen does really well.
Even then, like you think that one person has enough practice on a champion to even play against the ridiculous Garens, and that will be a resume coming in, and Captain Awesome does go away as earlier predicted. Didn't even
Finally,
have to
the
use
Braum
flash,
was
it would
here. Finally, the Braum.
seem. And well,
What is this? I don't get it. Okay. Okay, I don't
Oh,
know.
well, anyway.
The pressure kicking in, I guess. I don't know.
And that's gonna be
I
double
don't
gang.
know.
Wow, that is gonna be one dead Garen. A very, very good stand coming in from this thing. But Goku, I'm not quite sure if we can tank this down long. No, we can't. And wow, the culling will actually manage to kill Krupp.
Kill him,
What
yep.
a beautifully aimed culling coming in from Krupp to kill that. Lesion right
That is
there.
a
And
really
literally,
bad dive. That is just a
it took
horrible dive.
flash. It took flashing for
horrible
Braum
dive.
to get away from it as well. So
Yep.
seriously, I mean, Jungli is setting himself up really, really well in this game. In terms
I think they're
of
gonna
how
dive this.
fed he has to be.
Oh.
And that is a
Nice
huge
try.
and aggressive dive and a very
He's dead.
properly executed dive as well, because Jungli is going right in while Gorev and XC providing him leeway to get away each time is actually the perfectly executed dive.
I don't get it.
So
I mean,
what
like they
should we
dive
do?
bot
What
lane.
should TTFU do right now, in your opinion? Like, what should they be aiming for?
I mean, like I don't know why the jungler isn't like I don't know what the jungler is doing actually like right now. I mean, I think he should be like camping bot like more. I mean, I don't know what like. I mean, top lane's like fine. I think Garen is wins against Riven. I mean, but now generally he's not winning because of the Rengar camping top
Right.
lane. But
Right.
but I think just avoid dying. Just hold it
Wow.
in late game. I think they have a
see
good.
a tricky engage. Blue buff has been secured by Krupp, but oh my god,
Fantastic
how far
coming
will it
in.
be? I think he will have to
I
use
think
his
they've
ultimate to block
disengaged.
up. No, maybe not. They do disengage safely with the safeguard as well as
Goku waiting
stand
here for
behind
the
Braum.
Syndra to come in, but yeah, she's not gonna come.
And that will be a free tower. Good calls coming in from TTFU to kind of recognize that Riven is right really close and we really don't want to mess with her any longer.
The Riven.
But
Okay.
then again, how far will it take them? Because we do see, even with all the stunts going on, literally, like, Team AX are just taking dragons. They're just laying pressure all over the map.
Yeah, that's what I said. I
Well,
mean, if the
literally,
jungler has a good start, if it's Lee Sin or the Rengar, they have a good
yep.
start, it's going to be like a problem. He's 6'1", and he's almost got, I think he's got his Yomos. I mean, like, yeah, with his next back, he'll get his Yomos, 563. He has 823 now. So I think next back, he'll get his Yomos, and it's just going to be, like, even, like, going to do, like, so much more damage. I think he can delete Caitlyn with the Yomos.
Does look like it because it's very worrying. And Goku, forget him deleting Goku. Look at Goku deleting the Caitlyn.
Oh, no, I think
Wow,
okay.
look at Goku deleting Caitlyn. And that will be a free ultimate going in right onto Icobear. And wow,
He
there's
missed his
a
wind
double kill
slash,
going
but
on. I'm
yeah.
not quite sure why that camera avoided this,
Yeah.
but
No, bot lane, yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
getting a double
he
kill on a
went all
Caitlyn
ham
as
on
well
the Caitlyn.
as their bot lane. So forget Rengar, man. It looks like Goku himself is out for blood on his own.
Yep, true. And that's because of the Rengar. I mean, he's just like camping like so much top.
Yeah, and then going so much hate, so much.
Hate.
Literally, Diana just wondering why everybody's just going for him because literally, and that's the only thing
Jungle
they
going all
can
in.
do, I feel. And that will be a
I don't
good
know why
start
the
coming
Syndra
in.
did. Oh, Syndra doesn't have ulti. Okay.
She doesn't have ult. She did just use it on the Diana earlier, so
Okay.
well.
Jungle Eden, I think if he had ulti, I mean, he could have killed out. What's he
And what-
doing? Syndra. Okay.
Changli did try to go for one particular culling, not quite getting much out of it. But then again, they're just continually laying pressure, so I guess it wouldn't quite change things. And really, AX are slowly out-rotating and just pressuring the right areas while TTFU are just kind of going around. Look at Kurtwas over there. And wow, that is a beautiful flash key strike into
So
Wind Slash,
beautiful.
and he cannot escape this. So he kind of
So
pretty
beautiful.
much gives his life out for that. And this is it. This is the rank
Oh,
who's
wow,
Ghostblade Rengar
Rengar.
doing work on that
Wow.
Caitlyn. That is beautifully done by Fantastic. And meanwhile, in the mid lane, we do see Icobear in the midst of three people. She will
Icobear
end
dead,
up dying
yep.
for it. To the Jidoma's injustice. And what a hook coming in from Thresh, really. The play, he does manage to get the kill with the
I think
auto.
if I
And
this. Oh, never mind.
so really, really good plays despite Goku pretty much sacrificing and
I don't
giving
know
up
why
his
the
life.
Braum still has a warding trinket on him. I mean, he could have just sold it like a long time back. He still has a warding trinket with like 4.
Yeah, the
yeah.
very questionable decisions coming in from Braum all through the game. I think it's gone to the length where it's pretty much what's costing TTFU the game because Garen has been holding himself fairly well, and it's only Syndra that has had quite a bad time. And Krupt has actually been doing well for himself in the jungle. He's been ganking right. He's been playing Lee Sin right as best as he possibly can. But it's
But
just
not
that
really. I mean, like two gangs. He one bot lane gang. He just dived in. I mean, like which gave Jungli red buff and he just snowballed. And like he got
true,
like
but
2 kills
even
after
if he
that.
plays it to the highest potential, how far can he go? Because you have
Maybe,
a 7-1 and 4 Rengar right now, and a very fed Lucian, a 4-1-2 Lucian, and a 6-4-1 Riven, who's well farmed. It's very well farmed. If not particularly fed as the rest, but really, I mean, you're just being put into such a worrisome situation. And as a Lee Sin, all you can expect and hope for is catches. And while it does look like he will go for catches, it doesn't look like their lockdown composition will kind of matter anymore because of how much innate damage and engage that he has having. Goku BMing and kind of paying the price, really. I hope you're like, yes, he will. That's the price for BMing, guys.
That's
You
Goku.
never really BM in a serious team rank scenario
True,
like this.
man. But no, man, it's
Wow.
New Year's. Everyone wants to have fun. And it's Goku.
This will pretty much spiral out of control, or will it? No, not
Nice
quite.
hook.
That is going to be a hook coming in from the Thresh. But they won't quite go for it. A dead Goku means some breathing space and some room to go and spread out and ward even further.
Yep.
Which they aren't quite doing because they already have it on spot warded.
The Rengar is going Randuins. So yeah, so Yomu's Randuin. So it's pretty semi-tanky. But I
And
think...
also he's pretty much setting himself to kind of go right onto Agent of Chaos so that even auto attacks won't really work against him. No matter how much he kites, her attack speed is slowed and that will pretty much guarantee Fantastic his chances of going there. So it'll pretty much comes down to the Braum, who has the questionable decision-making Braum, who really, I mean, he needs to step up. He needs to step up and try to recognize the threat of a Rengar onto Agent of Chaos. Why? Because Agent of Chaos himself with 190 caliber net, it's really not enough to kind of hold off against a single Rengar. So he will
Yep,
need
that's
all the
oh
help he can
nice.
get.
That's a
Wow.
steal coming in.
Good
Wow.
steal. Good steal coming in from Mahesh.
Really?
So, Jungly kind of little flustered over there, but pretty much it still doesn't change the end result. That is a fancy move while it happened. But really, they can just casually siege and get the tower, I feel, with this. But no,
Hypobear
not
dead.
quite. That is one dead
dead.
Hypo Bear who really could not take the lantern.
No, but I really
For
feel now
anything,
that
so-
AS, these guys are throwing. I mean, like TTFU can still win because they have a Garen and they have a Braum. So that's like the strongest front line I've seen. But yeah, I mean,
True,
again, like
but
the
they're not even
protection for
letting you get to
Caitlyn.
that part. This is the only thing that you can do if you have a team of people who are fairly little squishy and have a good front line is pretty much not let
Wow.
them get to become the front line, and that will be a completely spotted Goku. I feel like they're losing the vision war here because look at TTFU's vision as opposed to Team AX's vision. Team AX, they don't particularly have the vision they need to split push top that hard. They're not playing around. They're not creating vision around whatever decision they make. And seriously, they want at one place but are completely elsewhere, and suddenly they don't find themselves having the right wards for it. However, they are winning an objective,
Nice.
and that will be the third
The
dragon
third dragon, yep.
coming in
I still
for Team
yep,
AX.
I still don't know. The Braum still has like a sight word. I mean, he still hasn't got his red trinket. I don't know what's he doing.
Yeah, but look at the other side though. The fact that Team AX aren't even warding near is enough to warrant that many sweepers. Sure, yes, Krupp does have a sweeper of his own, but given that they only have a vision ward on their side behind the blue side, and that one lone ward behind TTFU's red, really, those are the only spots. Otherwise, elsewhere, look at TTFU's own vision. So because they're winning the vision war so much, they're kind of executing the catches. So they need to claw their way back into this game through possible catches. But then again, that's exactly what Team AX need to do as well. So I'm not quite sure what happens when two teams have the same goal in mind to claw back in. One to claw back into the game and the other to win the game. So yeah.
Yep. The Garen's looking scary, man. I think these guys still have a chance because it's like the Garen. I mean, like he has a Thornmail, Sunfire. I don't know what's he building now. Maybe a Mallet. I don't know.
Well, if they have a chance, they better use it within the next 5 minutes because that next dragon is going to spell disaster for TTFU. Because
That's
the fourth
true.
dragon, as we all know, can pretty much
They have to contest
a
that.
huge lot.
They have to contest that. They just have
And
to
wow,
contest that.
Kraft kind of spotting the thresh immediately, and that will
That's
be
beautiful
a good roll onto the Garen. And will it be enough though? A good bit
No,
of CC
but
coming in from
the
center.
Garen-
What a good cat of the week. That
Yeah.
will be one dead Rengar and Thresh. And right now, Agent of Chaos is totally safe. I really think he needs to step up and kind of finish the job here. But then again, I guess with how far and how scattered Team AX are,
Yep. Bot will
Really,
get pushed.
I mean-
I think Jungli will take out the star. And Garen's going
yeah,
back.
but
I think
I don't think this split
Goku's
push can
gonna-
take them far if they don't stick. Look at how
true.
scattered about they are. Goku's all the way up in the top lane. Ipobear is alone in the mid. I personally think like TTFU should just proactively go into one person. They just focus onto one lane. Just collapse, like for example, onto mid lane. Like right now, the Legion should just be right on the Diana's face, along with Gods Must Be Crazy, but they don't seem to be coordinating. I guess they're still shaken up by how fed everybody is on the side of Team AX, and they just don't want to go for it. So really, this isn't what you want to be doing as the red team right now.
True. But yep. They don't know this is
And on
Void.
the side of this thing, we do see, wow, that is going to be a perfect bloody smite coming in from Croft.
Corrupt. Yep.
And well, will we finally see the bot tower being taken down? It's actually seeing its first bit of damage. Shows how well
Junglie's got it
Thresh have been
back.
playing so far. And no, not quite, but Jungli does come back in time, and that will be a heavily aggressive thing. Jungli has been doing this all game. That
is a
be
beautiful calling. It's a really good
a
calling.
clean response. Yeah, a very clean response as well for the rest of the team. So Jungli's callings have been on point this game, haven't they, man? given the fact that he's actually going so aggressive, recognizing that yes, okay, I have a good itemization advantage. She is 2-7. She's only finished at Infinity Edge right now. I have two big items over her.
But
One of
just,
them
just
even
dude,
includes a
Zadias,
BOT
but just
arcade.
see the Garen's build, man. He's just becoming like even scarier and scarier. Got a
True, but
Thorn
how
Maid
far
with
can he
one.
carry? It's a one-man army scenario right now because you see Captain Marvel. It takes this. Okay, never mind. I see
Wow,
how
my
scary you think
yep,
that the Garen
yeah,
is.
yeah. I
See,
told you.
the thing is, it's less of how the Garen is because that's what this match is seeming to me. It doesn't matter how far the Garen goes. You have three people who are so fed who can take on anything in the world, and you're just scattering against that kind of a team that has such a strong front line. Why wouldn't you stick? Why wouldn't you go straight forward? I don't quite
True.
understand. And literally, TTFU are clinging onto that one particular aspect of Team AX and their mentality and coming back, clawing their way back.
Basically, they know that Garen is like the strong point in the game, and they're sticking around him, and they're playing really sensibly, and they're just letting the Caitlyn farm bot lane. And
I
they
feel
know,
like
I mean,
TTFU are going to. They could very well break Team AX's morale if they get this next dragon, I feel, because things have just spiraled slowly and steadily to the bottom, and this will be a decisive
that's a
engage.
good
The
exhaust.
winner of this will decide the winner of the match, people, and who will be mentally sound to even play.
Man,
And
see
Trump
that
make a
Garen.
really good engage onto it, or not quite. No, it actually kind of works out very badly for them. The damage coming in. This is Team X finally realizing that they can actually do damage, people, because seriously, that's not what they've been doing. They've just been getting themselves caught in the face of TTFU, and TTFU have just been
That's
making
just a horrible fight.
advantage of isolated targets, and granted, that was a very horrible fight inside TTFU because
Horrible
despite all that,
fight,
they still
and the
behind.
focus was really bad. The focus was just pretty bad. They started off well by exhausting the win, but then
I feel like
focus was
Corrupt
just
going
bad.
all the way to 1v1 Syntastic was a very bad decision considering Syntastic is 8-2-8 and is pretty much set to duel anybody on their team right now, so that's kind of costing them. And I think for Baron going in, not quite sure if they will really be going for it. It does.
No, I
Is
don't
it?
think so.
No.
They'll be going for it because all of them are coming. I think they
not
might
just
try
that,
Baron.
Goku is all the way at the bot lane. They need Goku's damage to take Baron as well. So I guess the decision to go split pushing. Oh, good. They actually are going to take that 4th dragon. Like I said, they had the 5 minutes, and now the 5 minutes is up for TTFU.
These guys can
How
do Baron.
will they
I don't know why they aren't doing Baron. They can
How
do
will
Baron.
they overcome this Team AX, which has 4 Barons and is just waiting, ready to just completely slaughter them? And Captain
I
Awesome
really
is
don't
going up
understand.
ahead. Not
They
quite
could have
sure
just
what he's going
dewarded
for.
this. They could have just dewarded this and taken Baron. I mean, they knew they wouldn't get Dragon. I mean, they could have just gone and taken Dragon. The Baron.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Baron would have kind of wouldn't at least given them a little bit of breathing space, given that it does empower minions. So at least the other lanes won't be pushed. So it'll allow them to focus their energies on one lane. But I guess they're not really all that decisive enough in their decision making right now, and they will be spotted so very well. And wow, at long last, that pink ward has lasted for a very long time, people. I'll have you know, because I have observed that pink ward to be the only ward of Team AX up to this game. True. Besides that, they haven't really been warding anywhere else, and only right now, through these fights, have they managed to put a few wards on the other side. And Jungli, he's going a wee bit too aggressive. They don't quite recognize the fact that he's alone, though. That was a good turnaround opportunity if they had the sense to see it. But I guess they were still scared and they were still completely wary of the enemies within. Like I said, that last team fight was rather decisive. It would decide how mentally sound either team was, and given that Team AX won that, it'll kind of boost their confidence, and now it would probably appear that they're back on track again. And look at this, they're actually. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I spoke too soon, I guess. Goku is going bot to kind of clear the way. I'm not quite sure why he's doing that. He really needs to support his team right now. Ipobear does
I don't know why
Ipobear.
Why is everyone like targeting Ipobear?
They could very easily get destroyed right now without Goku. I'm not quite sure what Team AX are thinking staying in the top lane.
They can still fight this. This is like a 4v4 because the Caitlyn's defending. The Goku split pushing bot lane.
Yeah, but how far will it be? Will it even amount to a victory at all? Because yes, you have a fed Lucian, yes, you have a fed Rengar, but without that crazy kill potential of a Riven, how far will you go? And this will actually be a
I don't know
weird
what's
fight.
Fantastic doing. Oh my god, okay. Jungle
You will see
dead.
3 people trying to focus energies. They
Jungle
all
dead.
go in for that Lucian. Spending flashes for him
Oh,
even.
then
No, there is
Jungle
a
dead.
very counterproductive ult coming in from Lee Sin, and will this actually work out well? God must be crazy has fallen way too low. Will
That's
he
the
live?
well played
No,
by
he
Abubac.
won't. That'll actually be a really, really good this thing. And Goku just seeing the face, not quite helping these guys, and Captain Awesome will finally fall.
Yep.
The
That is a
one
4v.
ray of hope
That is a
for
4v5
TTFU.
actually. That is a 4v5.
Yeah. And
Goku's just gonna
seriously,
finish
Goku
game.
just happily whacking the base.
Wow.
And that'll be it. Wow. That'll be a
GG.
straight up ace. So that was a big misplay by TTFU right till the end. And that will be a comfortable finish from Team AX. And wow, guys, like, seriously, Team AX did give TTFU so many chances to kind of get back. And it's just,
Man,
wow.
that Garen, man. Fuck. I'm gonna ban
Yeah.
it from next time, that's for sure. That Garen caused like
Yes,
so many problems.
he can frontline like a beast, you know. But then again, you can still itemize against that Baron and against that Fed Garen, who is kind of tanking on your face. But regardless, that will be the end of the game between Team AX and TTFU.